Hello and welcome to my tutorial for the app Biodigital Human. I hope you enjoy. Now I'll start off by showing you how to get the app. First, you're going to want to click Apps on the tab where you see your bookmarks here. Click Apps. And you should see a bunch of options. As you can see, I already have Biodigital Human installed. It's right there. Now you're going to want to click on Web Store. Click that, and it'll bring you to the Chrome Web Store. Now you have a bunch of different options. You can buy apps that cost money, you can get free apps, but this app is free. So you're going to want to search Biodigital Human. You can see it's a pretty common search. Now here I already have the app, so the only option I have is to rate it. But it should look something like, well, sort of like this, like a plus with the word free next to it. So you're going to want to click that, and it should bring you to a screen like this. You can click launch app afterwards, and it will ask you to make an account if you click get started. So I'll click get started. See, for me, I already have an account, so it'll just sign me in automatically. But to make an account, you just enter your email, name, and a password. Just fill out the required fields, and it'll give you an account. So as you can see, it'll take a few moments to actually download all the information, so it'll get the model ready. And here it is. I have a model of a skeleton. Now as you can see, there's lots of buttons everywhere. I really don't know what many of them mean. That's good, that's what I'm going to be explaining to you. So down here, start off with the vision settings. You have reset simulation. So you can turn on like a bunch of different things. And then I click, turn on both. You can click reset, and it'll bring you right back to just the skeletal system, which is the default. Now I'll explain what the systems are a little later. Full screen obviously just puts it into full screen, so you can do it with your whole screen. Explorer is it toggles the Explorer, which is, well, it's this sidebar here. It's got the anatomy, conditions, community, my human, different tabs. I'll explain all those later. Next you have, you can turn that on and off. If you turn it off, it's good for taking screenshots and stuff like that, because then you don't have that sidebar there. But let's turn that on. Well, yeah, we'll turn that on for now. And next thing is description. So you toggle that on, it just says yeah. But if you select something, it'll explain, give you a brief summary, what it is, what it does, stuff like that, where the word originated to. Just turn that off, it's not really important. And you have the zoom settings. So you can zoom in, zoom out, you can see more or less close up, stuff like that. Then you have, well, it changes the viewpoint from which you're looking at it. So you have like to the right, to the left, you can move it up, you can center it, which is, I like to keep it centered. So yeah, next I'll explain, there's some more options you can click up here. You got the tools, which I'll explain a little later. There's more. You got save to my human, which I'll explain both of those later. Share this 3D view, which allows you to share it on different social media sites. Gives you a few options. You've got like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, stuff like that. Gives you a link to share them. Next you have Quiz Me, which I don't usually use because personally I find the quizzes difficult. You choose the amount of questions, but like I said, the questions are difficult for me. If you want to try it, give it a shot, but I don't like it. Just close that. Next you have the help, the help tab. Sorry, gives you a bunch of different information. So if you have any questions after I'm finished my tutorial, just consult the help tab. And then you have the settings tab. So you have upgraded premium, which is just pay some and get a better version, basically. It's not really my account, which will give you information about your account. Help tour, which is what I'm doing right now, basically. Feedback, if you want to give them feedback on their app. About human. About human is it's if you want to read more about the app itself. And well, sign out, of course, is to sign out of the app. Now I'll explain the tools tab more. You get standard mode, transparency mode, and isolate mode. Now standard mode, it just shows everything regular like it is solid. Then you have transparency mode, makes everything transparent so you can see through it. So let's just add another system here. Digestive system. You can still see through all of it. So it's all just translucent. So and then you have isolate mode. It's a little it's a little different. Oh right, okay. So let's just go ahead and we'll select this right here. Let's not select that actually. Let's select right here the frontal bone of the skull. Then you click isolate mode and it shows only that. So then now that that's selected, you click isolate, then you click normal again, gets rid of the isolation, show everything. Now you can either select one thing for isolate mode, you can select one thing or two things. So let's say you select one with that, then you click multi-pick, you can select another thing. The hotkey for this is shift, you can shift click to select more than one thing, then you click isolate and it shows both of those instead of just one. Then you have the dissect tool, which is it actually gets rid of things. So let's say you just want to get rid of that bone, boop, it's gone. Then yeah, so it's a useful tool for like looking more in depth into things. Now the next tool we got is the undo dissect. So let's say you take away something. Let's just take that away again, and you click that, and it undoes. You can also do Control Z to do that. Pin just kind of gives you a little note. You can add a title. Let's just say frontal bone. I don't know. Give it a little description of what it is. The frontal bone of the human skull, whatever. Oh my god. The skull. There we go. That's much better. Okay. So then you take a snapshot. So let's just take a snapshot of that. As you can see, it's got the note, everything. Good. You can save it. Let's just close that. It's not important. Then you got the background color. You can either use the gradient, which is the default. You can switch to a solid black. You can have either the black, the gradient, or a solid white. Personally, I prefer the gradient. I find it easiest on the eyes. And then you got the cross section tool, which is it kind of like it takes off layer by layer until it's nothing there. I find it strange, and I don't really use it for anything. So, but if you want to check it out, give it a shot. Go for it. So, anyways, let's move on. Like I said, the save my human I'll get to a little bit later. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this note here. Not really important. Okay, deselect that. Oh crap, wrong tool. There we go. So let's deselect that. We're good. Now next I'm going to explain the Explorer on the left, which I already talked about a bit. You got Anatomy, the first tab. So under Anatomy you have by System, which is what's selected by default. You got the Skeletal System. Let's add the ligaments here. So it adds the ligaments, shows you where they would be in the skeleton. You can disable the skeletal system and it shows you just the ligaments. So those are all the ligaments in your body. Select one, whatever that is. And then you can say the digestive system. Look at the digestive system. You can put it in the skeleton. There you go. You get rid of the skeleton, put in the ligaments. Kind of weird looking. Yeah, you can basically look at all different systems. The nervous system I find is funny to look at. It's very strange looking without a face, but with the eyes there, it's pretty weird. I don't know. It's kind of disconcerting. Alright, let's reset that to default. Next you have by region. So instead of doing certain systems, it shows you all the systems in a part. So let's say arm anatomy. Let's click that. It shows you all the different systems inside the human arm. So this is like you got disable muscular, let's say. It shows you all the inside. Now you okay, that's not what I. Anyways, let's just you got, yeah, like I said, different systems in that part. So let's get back to this. You got all the muscles, the nerves, veins, everything inside the human arm, which is pretty interesting. So go ahead and center that. Zoom in a bit. Perfect. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, the region section. You can also, there's a lot of different regions that are premium only. So that's the only reason that I might consider upgrading to premium, because like aside from that, there's not really many features that you don't get. But if you really want to see what they are, you can look at the heart even. Like there's a lot of cool stuff on this app, but a lot of it is premium, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, that's, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much the only reason I would think of upgrading to premium. But yeah, so next you got the reset to default. Zoom in a bit. Next you've got the conditions tab, so it's just by location. It's got blood, heart, and circulation, bones, joints, more. It's got all these different locations where you can have conditions in your body. So just look at it, one or two from blood, heart, and circulation. So just looking through here, let's take a look at brain aneurysms. So what it basically shows you where the brain. Oh right. General description. You got a description of the condition itself, right? So like tells you what it is, where it is, all that, and it shows you on the model. It actually shows you where it is and what it deals with. So you see the veins, you see the brain. It's brain aneurysm has to do with both of those things. So it's pretty cool. You can look at anemia. It shows you all the veins because that's where anemia is, because it's a condition to do with your blood, which all of these are. But yeah. So yeah, these are the most popularly searched ones. You got asthma, acne, stuff like that. So let's look at acne. So this is really taking a look at acne on like a really deep level. It's kind of gross looking. Let's click on things, see what they are. This is oil secretions. That's not disgusting at all. There's the hair. Anyways, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So you got the skeleton. So now community. This is the this is where the other options take into play. This is where people have uploaded things that they were looking at. So like this person was looking at the muscle and the neck and tongue muscles. Sorry, you got the tongue in there. You got right. It's also got the face and actually the whole body, but it was zoomed in on the neck. So basically, that's what they were looking at. That's what they wanted to show people, I guess you could say. So then, yeah, it's all the different muscles and stuff like that. You got a bunch of different things that people have added. This is just one of them. Yeah. You got, say, the forearm muscles. This is all the muscles in the forearm. As you can see, it looks pretty strange without the rest of the arm there, but anyways, that's the muscles in the forearm. Let's go back to the top. You got lungs and heart, breathing and beating. So this is by a user named Osama, which is an interesting name, but as you can see, it's actually moving. This is animated, so you see the heart beating inside, and you see the lungs expanding and retracting, so the lungs are actually breathing in this animation, which is pretty cool how someone figured out to do that. So now I'll show you how to upload something to the community. So it's under the My Human tab. This is where the option to save something to your human comes into play. So let's just go ahead and reset this so it's normal. Go into Buy System, get rid of the skeletal system, turn on the nervous system and the respiratory system. Alright, so now you got the respiratory system and the nervous system. It's pretty weird looking. So now I'll go ahead and I'll click Save to My Human. So when I click that, it gives you the option to give it a title. So let's call that a nervous respiration. We'll call it that. And then you got just a description: the nervous and system and the respiratory system. Okay. So now you can click accessible to the community, which I'm going to check because that's so that other people can see it. Now I'll click save. Okay. So now that that's done, we'll give it a second. Okay. Now that's done. Now that that's done, I can click community and boom, there it is, nervous respiration, the thing I just made. So now if I reset this to default, it gives me just the regular skeleton, then I click that and boom, there's nervous respiration, the nervous system and the respiratory system. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the community tab. And then there's the My Human tab. This is just where anything you save goes to. You can make it so only you can see it, so if you want to just come back to something you made. This is nervous, it's something I made a while ago. It's got the nervous system, skeletal system, a few different systems in there. And then there's this, I called it title, I didn't really bother, but it's just some of the systems inside, it's aneurysm, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the last thing I had to go over. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you with the app. Alright, take it easy, bye.